Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are just watching this video for the first time, this is a game review on the game I played while I started my journey on this account. So based on requests from my viewers, it is somehow to play a game and not give a review because of some positions needs to be studied. So let me do this because of the beginners now missed and those who would love to see a review of the game. So this is the first game. If you have watched the video of the first game, this is the review of the first game. I'm going to do that for every games. So I will post it on the channel or wherever you're watching from. So let's proceed. I'm playing black pieces. My opponent played white. I have done the analysis with chess.com. So whatever I'm telling you are what I have studied and I've tried to learn and improve from them. So I'm giving you ideas from my own game, not some game I took from the internet. So I'll post the link of this particular game, the original one, on the description so you can check it out by yourself. My opponent played this move, started with b3. I have experience in chess before, so it is not new to me. When I saw b3, I tell beginners, especially when you are starting at a very zero level, learn the basics, then you can now choose to modify it on your own. My opponent is rated 771, so I believe that he has studied the basics and is trying to modify the opening to his own choice of play. So I let him be because he's my opponent, so I obviously want to win. I went for natural development, controlling the center, and also developing through the center. Then I've just done two things here now. I've opened the center by developing a pawn 2 steps forward. I just opened the center. You see that the bishop can come out. The queen has freedom. Can you see that? Fine, that's one thing I've done. The second thing I've done again is I'm using the pawn to control key squares in the center, which is the pawn on e5 now is controlling f4 and d4 respectively. Just take note, this is going to be a beautiful eye-opening section throughout the games I played while I share my own ideas. Then whatever computer says we should talk about, I'm going to talk about them immediately I spot the position. So he went on to bring the bishop. What's the bishop doing? Bishop came here to attack my pawn. Well, that is the first thing I saw. As a player who wants to grow, you have to be defensive in nature. You need to learn how to defend your pieces. So in this case, my opponent plays a bishop here to attack a pawn. Should I leave it? No. I have a couple of defenses I can do to hold on to this pawn. However, I choose to go with a different approach. However, let me just mention some of the approaches you can use. You can play pawn to f6, but the reason why I don't want to play pawn to f6 is that I want to castle the short side. At the same time, I don't want to open up these light squares so early because when I castle, the king will be here on g8. So that's one. Secondly, I can defend with the knight. I can defend with the queen. I can defend with the pawn. I can defend with bishop. All those ideas came to my head. Immediately, I spotted the bishop to b2 move. What will I do? I went with my own idea, my concept at the moment. My mind says play d6 and I choose d6 over other ideas because this is a pawn. This is also a pawn. I just did something which is also what might go against some people's rule and concept. However, I just blocked in my dark squared bishop. So I was supposed to probably use a knight, then bishop follows. That kind of opening exists. So I went on with this pawn. Computer says it's a book move, so it is not wrong. It is right to play it since it performs the purpose of defending this pawn here on e5. So he went on with pawn push, trying to break open the squares, the diagonal, so the bishop can have freedom, because I've actually locked out the bishop from seeing through to g7, and even the rook is the main target, h8. So I have to be careful. What did I continue with? I went on with pawn takes, queen takes. Now, queen takes has broken one rule in chess. Developing the queen too early is one thing that beginners does. They do this more. So this queen takes doesn't work with me. I just saw it as a green light. First of all, as the queen stands there on d4, yeah, it targets the pawn. However, at the moment, the pawn is defended by a bishop on f8. So I can just go by development with knight, bishop, and I castle. My intention now is to get my king away from the center as quick as possible. I also have nice move like knight to c6 attacking the queen. With tempo, the queen will go somewhere, maybe give me a check. Then I may block with my queen or bishop. However, I said, okay, let's test his knowledge on the opening. I went for knight f6, bringing a minor piece into the game, vacating g8 square so I can play bishop and castle in the next couple of moves. Queen to a4 comes up. Well, I can buy more time by playing bishop to d7. However, there is queen move to this square that targets a pawn. I said, no, let me not use the bishop. Let me use a pawn instead. So I keep my pawn here. Bishop defends the pawn. Knight is yet to come outside. I'm planning this, then I will castle. I still have my main plan. However, to go back to my main plan, I need to attend to the immediate threat, which is what I'm doing. So e4 comes up. The pawn is not a free pawn, it's defended by a queen, so I cannot take. Then I went on with bishop to e7. I went back to my plan. Pawn push, I castled. I'm out of the center now, so I'm not scared of attack immediately. If bishop takes, I will take back with the bishop. I will not open with the pawn, no. So avoid opening this file towards my king. Then the pawns are coming. What will I do? In this position, e5. Why e5? I don't really know for him, but in this position here, I choose to play knight d5. I did not take. I kept that bishop dormant there on b2. That is my intention. Do not allow the bishop to become active in this game. He played bishop to d3. I said, okay, bishop here, knight here. All are focusing on my king side. Okay, let me draw the right arrow here and here. Then this guy is coming. What should I do? How am I going to survive this? Well. With little experience I have, first of all, I took the pawn. It takes with the pawn. I was thinking it would take with the bishop so that I can play bishop. If it goes with with the queen, threatening checkmate in one, I can just cover here. That was the intention I had in mind. Since I took the pawn, I think he take back with the pawn. There is this move waiting. I was having this move in my mind. How can I defend? I have g6. So I went on with bishop. Computer says his bishop is bad. Now, what would I have done here if I used computer review? Let's do a review. For instance, after I played bishop move, what would be the best instead? Computer says I should make a check. Now, show follow up. Here, yes. Good. Now, let's learn from this concept. Because I'm playing with my own understanding, I was being careful. Computer spotted a trapped queen. After bishop check, best move. Maybe he plays knight, then I push pawn. Now, bishop covers. Pawn attacks the queen. Queen cannot come here, and the queen is trapped. Computer saw all those things in this particular position, but I can't. I did not see it. Who am I? I'm human. That's why we are doing review. We are looking at top engine moves. Even the intention is to restrict the queen from mobility, running to any of these free squares. That is why the bishop check comes up, regardless of who is blocking. Even if it's a pawn, this could continue. This is the continuation. That is the idea. Okay, so let's get back to this. As a human, I prepared I put the bishop on d7 with the preparation to play pawn, so I can open an attack on the queen. However, queen to e4 comes up. That idea I was scared of, planning to take on h7 and make a checkmate. How did I defend? That g6. I was having g6 in my mind. Very well to play. So here he attacked my knight. Knight went to safety. Always have this at the back of your mind. When your opponent takes a piece to safety, check what that piece is attacking. Like this knight now, the knight is attacking this bishop. It is very advisable, or I would say it is advisable, to keep the bishop away. Something like this, like let's say for instance, just move the bishop out of that place because it's already under attack. We call this kind of positional, this idea is called positional play. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. It's positional play because I've positioned my knight to attack a piece with the hope that one day or in a time in the future that the piece will become hanging, I can pick it for free. So in this position here, my opponent ignored the threat, developing a knight, trying to castle now. Then I found a good move, bishop to f5. With bishop to f5, I'm attacking the queen. Then there's a skewer attack on the bishop. Now I opened a discovered attack on that bishop again. So the bishop is attacked 3 times, just one defender. Of which, if the bishop was not there, if for example before the knight move, bishop just drop back and I do this, this young man can simply just save. He can just save the queen and let me take the rook. Yes, you can just save the queen somewhere, but perhaps just put the queen somewhere here because any dark squares is a problem. After knight check on c2, I'll just pick up the queen. So going to a light square, at least this will happen. I take this. Then he can kick the bishop away, then plan to take the knight. He can even take the knight because there's bishop there. So I found a good move, bishop to f5, which instantly gave me a material advantage. In this position, I can as well play knight takes bishop check, then queen takes queen. That's fine. So I went on with queen takes queen first, an in between move because this move is still waiting for me. He has to recapture. Then I took with the knight. You see, something I wanted to do was this: take with the bishop. Then I'll just prepare this. But you know, this man is there. It's coming. There's no check anymore. Okay. So I took with the knight check. He went on to keep the king safe. Now I placed a rook eyeing the king. This bishop is there. My target is the rook. We call this kind of thing an X-ray attack. I spotted a tactical idea because I saw the bishop in front of the king. My knight is defended by a bishop, so I am not scared. That was why I made this move. So, furthermore, he went away, spotting that tactical idea. I played a check. Now the king went under a pinned situation. Well, it's not pinned. We can call this an extra attack that can give me a discovery attack. What does discovery attack mean? Discovery attack is when you remove a piece to expose an attack on a piece. In this case, it is a king, so I can make a check. So I thought for a while, I went for this concept. I was already winning on the board with material and the time was going down. So I made the discovery attack. The bishop is unable to take the knight because the attack is on the king. The king is in check. You must attend to the king's check. King goes up to safety. I grabbed a rook. He played a pawn. I took with the pawn, keeping my bishop active on this diagonal, then having my bishop on this diagonal. Many things would happen. Here, knight comes up. I took the bishop. One thing beginners need to understand is this. You shouldn't play a move because you want to play the move. You should understand what was the move doing, or what is that piece doing at that moment. What is the function of the piece? This knight defends the bishop. At least what you should have done would have been probably to play the bishop somewhere away from the attack of the rook first. Plan your moves. Or you can just put the bishop here so that this knight has nowhere to go. Plan your next move wisely. So he played this. That move undefended the bishop. So I went on to take a free piece. He attacked my bishop. Bishop came back. A move that saves the bishop and still attack the knight. We call it a counter attack. Knight now have to go back. With this move, he attacks the rook. So I did not leave the rook there. I took the rook up to safety after this check. Check, and in between move, king moves, and I went up to safety. Now, I'm anticipating to play a move like this, but there's a knight there. So it is possible for me to say, okay, I can eliminate the knight and play this because now I am up in material. Those are tactics that comes to me because I am leading with material on the board. I am way higher than him. So he played this move. Knight came out. With the knight leaving b1, there's a discovered attack on my knight. So I have to save the knight, since the knight on c3 does not attack any piece valuable. He came in to exchange rook. Well, I spotted knight take and rook take. My idea just came in and said, okay, why not start capturing with the smaller piece? So I took with the knight, and that made a check to him. Immediately I took the rook with the knight, made a check, my opponent resigned. This was how game 1 ended. Now you are going to tell me in the comment section, how many tactical ideas did you spot? I'm playing against 771 rated player. I'm around 9 lesser, like 800 here on this account. So what do you think happened in this game? Well, to me, it's a review time. To me, I believe that my opponent knows what he's doing, but his scopes are not enough yet. He needs to understand that in the opening, you don't push for the attack or go for the initiative right away when your pieces are not developed. Let me put it back. Let me put it from here. Let me do move 5, for example. You don't start bringing queen out. See, your pieces are not developed yet. At least try and develop them. Even if you are going to not win the game, you get it. Don't just do that because your pieces are not working for you. In the opening, see what he did. What happened? I was believing that he would maybe come with the knight, or perhaps maybe a second knight here, some other moves, and he castles. Castling is also important at the beginner's level, in every level in chess. So we have learned a lot. This opening here is, according to the engine, is known as the Nimzowitsch law scene attack. Perhaps my opponent may have something hidden that I did not allow him to do because of understanding the opening development. He went on with this. The problem is, why will he bring a queen for this purpose? He went on many unnecessary queen moves. See it. Let's count. This 1, 2, and there he is. The queen is just there. See. Just watch. Now 3. Third move, whereby I used 3 moves. Knight is out. Bishop, bishop. This is applying to come outside. Now look at, you still have some pieces at the back undeveloped. After this, then this happened. It was this move again on the queen. I hit the queen. You know, I attacked the queen. The queen had to go. Then after the exchange, I won this is where I won material, and the game started ending for him. Guys, thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe and like this video for more videos like this.